I think it's been a fantastic one so far. I'm really happy with my performances. I think overall very satisfied with the way it's going, and it's a result that whatever I'm working on in my training, I've been able to execute it, and it's helping me get better at my game. Definitely, it does boost my confidence because, again, as I said, it is a result of what I'm working on. So it tells me that whatever I'm doing in my training, it's helping my performance at the end of the day. So you do get a very satisfaction feeling and confidence when you get a medal. And yeah, and not just a medal, but I think even the overall performance, the way it's been going, it's really good. So in my because mine's an individual sport, and this is one thing good about my sport is that it's face to face. Like it's not face to face like the other sports, like you have boxing or other individual sports. So I think over here, I just like to tell myself that my competition is just me. It's not to beat anyone. My sport is not face to face. I think this is a good point about our sport. And I think over here, I just like to focus on myself, and I believe that I'm my own competitor. And that is one of the reasons why I push myself so hard, just get better at my game. I think we have a good rapport, not just her and me. I think the overall team members, I think we have a good team bonding. And I don't think so far we've ever had like a conversation where we are helping each other because we do our sport is again like very like our technique is very personal. Some things may work for somebody, some things might not work for somebody. So we also try to keep it to ourselves till they come and ask us. Of course, we are all here to help, whether we're a senior shooter or a junior shooter. But so far, I've not really ever had a conversation like that. But I think overall, all of us have a very good rapport with each other. So, especially when I have a performance that went unexpected, when I think I look at the low matches as kind of like, you know, how you play like the game Lego. So you have to like keep building up. So I think these are like a building blocks for me because these are the matches really where I learn the most uh from these. Yeah, I think they tend to teach me a lot about my sport, and I see how uh those matches were meant to happen rather than happening on an important one. Of course, as an athlete, you want every match to go the way you want. So I think all the matches where I did not have an expected performance, they are one of the reasons why I'm here today because I exactly know what to do in that feeling and how to work on it. And speaking about flexibility in training, our training, of course, varies quite a lot, especially in shooting. It depends how close the competition is. If you're on a camp, so then you're just few days away from the competition. Otherwise, if you're in a pre-camp like we are right now in Bhopal, we are in the Asian Games pre-camp, so we're still a month away from the games. So then the training may be a little more heavy, or when you're going towards the competition, then we lighten down. Again, it goes on from an athlete to an athlete, how they what suits them. So I think I kind of asked myself this very question because I started to realize that the I think when you think of a sportsman, you feel like we just sacrifice everything and we don't have any fun in our life. We're just training, we're working hard, training, working hard. So I tried to change that a bit. I think I'm doing things where I feel like okay, I need to do this. Just taking some time off, going on a little vacation, or spending time with my friends. Even if I do get a little bit of time in the evenings, I do make plans and I go because I feel like sometimes it just helps me switch off. And I feel like many sportsmen feel like going and having fun is kind of like a taboo, that you're not supposed to have fun. You're just supposed to be super disciplined and just do training, go to bed, and then wake up the next day. I think that I when I started to change that, that's really when I started to realize that it is okay to give yourself some time off, and it is okay to enjoy your life a bit. And I think this is something I started doing recently, a few years back, and I genuinely feel like I should have done it way before. Always something to work on, especially as a sportsman. There's always something to work on, whether it can be a technical aspect or a mental aspect. I am, of course, working on something. I would like to keep that a little more personal because it's a very technical, but I would say that it's a very basic point. You wouldn't expect such a senior athlete to be working on basic points, but I think that is how a sport is. It's actually very simple, and the whole game is to execute those simple steps in a very pressurized condition. Yeah, I've just kept it the same because, as I've said, like the season's been going well. So that is kind of like an evidence that whatever I'm doing is actually working for me and not against me. So I think I'm going to keep it the same and keep the whole routine the same way. Expectations and pressure is something uh, very later I realized it all comes from you. You feel like it's people and you think you're actually bothered more about what people will think, but it's actually you who's creating that pressure for yourself. And again, it is also you who can make it go away. So it all depends on how you think about a certain situation. So I think when I'm going for my games, I just try to tell myself that I took this sport up because I think I I have genuine passion for it and because I enjoy it. So I always try to remind myself that I know it's like a match, I know there's pressure, but not everybody gets this opportunity. Not everybody comes here being in the team, being one of the team members and playing here at such a big stage. So I remind myself that I'm here to just enjoy and I will give my best and the rest is left up. My goal is to just get the flag up the highest among all and get my country the maximum laurels I can.